Hey, thanks for clicking the video. My name's Ben. I've been working on a game for the last 4 months called The Photographer, or that's what I'm calling it at the moment. You can probably hear it in the background, you can see it in the background. It's come on leaps and bounds over the last few months, and I'm getting to a point now where I'm getting very happy with how it looks, how it's performing. So I thought I might talk about it on video, because I've documented a lot of this stuff on Twitter, and you can follow me at twitter.com/zerosims. That's ZeroSims. But yeah, I thought why not talk about it on video and sort of give you like my first, not really my first reactions, but let me explain what's going on in this game. So at the moment, as I say, it's called The Photographer, and that's because you've got a camera and you can take pictures. You know, the whole point of, well, the whole reason for me getting into 3D was because I've had this story in my mind for a while and it doesn't translate onto 2D, so I figured if I'm going to tell it, I have to learn 3D. So yeah, sorry, I just got distracted by the rabbit then. So this is made in Unity. I'm using a HDRP pipeline, which is why it looks so gorgeous, and like, you know, you've got those god rays and lovely graphics. The assets, they're not mine, I've bought those and I'll link to those in the video. Nature Manufacture, I think they're called, do these awesome assets. You know, without these, this game would be nothing. The animals, again, not my assets, I've had to buy all this. But you know, you can have all the Lego bricks, but no toy if you don't put it in together. You know, you have to put them together to make something, and that's kind of what I've been doing, is figuring out how you make something in Unity, and it's not that hard. I'm actually going to show you guys another point how I got to this stage, but I just wanted to walk you through now to show you what I've been doing. So the idea of the game is you land on this island, you're going to meet a mate who's at a campsite already. You can walk around and explore. It's completely open world. I say it's completely open. I mean, it is completely open world, but there are barriers per se, because you can't climb up steep hills like that, and that's for good reason. Yeah, there's things behind there that you need to figure out later. There is a dark side to this game, so yes, it looks really pretty. I'm so happy with how it looks, by the way. This is what I've been spending most of my time on, just trying to get it to look gorgeous. It looks pretty, and that's what I wanted. But I also want a game that puts you on edge. It's kind of a story, actually. It's quite, I don't want to say personal, because I'm not boo-hoo-hoo, and like, you know, it's all about me and what a rough time we've had over COVID, but there's a lot of references to COVID and just how it has been a bit annoying, being locked in these four walls. You know, the mess that the government's made with handling the situation and all that kind of malarkey. Like, I've started to translate that into the game, and these white little bouncy orbs trigger that story. I'm not going to pick up that orb because the story doesn't matter at the moment. Just want to walk you through the level. Yeah, so obviously there are some weird things that are going to happen in this game. As I say, the scenes, I've got I think 7 to 8 set scenes that I want to play out. Oh, there's a big giveaway, that big bloody black orb in space. So yeah, fuck it, let me tell you, there's a sci-fi element to this as well. I think you may have seen, if we go back, there is a sci-fi element to it, as I say, which loosely ties into War of the Worlds. I see it as a sort of like a paying a little bit of homage to that, because I absolutely love War of the Worlds. I think it's amazing, and the fact that they managed to trick people, or people fell for it on radio years and years and years ago, it's just goes to show, right, what a great story it was. I know I'm not expecting, you know, my game to come anywhere near that, but like, I just wanted to pay homage to that. That's, I was going to say serious, but to War of the Worlds. However, I'm not going for the sort of 1950s space laser aliens. I'm going to go for more of a abstract type of alien. This is my alien here, you can see in daylight. This game is very much in debug. If I put this into night mode, it's going to be more like this. You know, you're going to want to avoid that thing at all costs. You've got a torch. I'm working on the torch. It's not brilliant at the moment. This is something I've got to work out with the pipelines as well. The daylight stuff seems fine, but when you go into night time, because you've killed all the light, everything seems to take on this grey tone. Everything's black and white. And when you shine a light source on it, yes, it lights up, which is why it looks good in the torch, but it looks really weird. So I've got to figure that out. But this, yeah, this alien is going to be, well, it's going to be a few of those. And you're going to work out like what's going on, why these guys here. Let's put this back into daylight. Why they're here, what are they up to, and why are they ruining your weekend? You've come away for camping. Look, man, it feels good to be outside. I've changed that font because I can't even read that. Yeah, you see, the story, the script, I haven't quite finished. I know the beginning, the middle, and the end, but all these trigger points in between I've still got to work out, and I don't want it to sound corny, and it's really hard when you're writing stuff to not make it sound corny. I even gave like recording the audio myself, and yeah, nah, I'm not doing that. I think that's you have to pay for a voice actor or something to sort that out there. Yeah, it's a little bit misty over here. I've not even started sculpting this part of the world. There's some debug stuff here. We've got some broken... Oh, this really annoys me, this terrains that don't join up properly. So you've got these massive gaping gaps in between terrain layers. Got to fix all that. This... yeah, this is going to be like... Oh, no, I'm not going to say. Next part around here. Like we've got some nice streams as well. I need to really work on these. They're far too reflective. I don't know what's going on there. It's like it's also neon green. At one point that was looking so good. It was looking so natural and it was clear and you could see through it all. Then I moved my game over to this HDRP pipeline, which is, as I say, fantastic, but it does introduce a few issues. It's probably fine if you're building a game from scratch, you know, you won't hit them, but converting, it has caused all kinds of issues for me, this being one of them. The lighting is just so different to the other pipeline I was running that I need to go back and sort all that out. Yeah. So this is it. This is where I've got to. As I say, my sort of focus is really just trying to get it to look as pretty as possible for now. I want you to be, you know, to stop, get your camera out and feel like, oh yeah, this is a great photo opportunity. Let me capture that. You know, I kind of want that feeling of exploration, of like beauty, natural beauty. I've stumbled into this like oil painting effect, I say. Which I think is just really nice. Like, it feels like everything's a little bit matte looking. Like if you've got a matte screen on your phone or something rather than a gloss. And I love a matte screen, and I feel like that's how the world looks at the moment as well. It's a little bit matte, which is so nice. I'm really, really happy with that. I do need to work out what's going on with these sort of overexposed areas. And this is again like with the HDRP pipeline, you get a real camera and you can go to high heaven on customizing that thing. So you know, you can even put the shutter blades, how many shutter blades you want on the shutter is phenomenal. So I've got a lot to learn around that. Some nice little reflections going on there. Oh, that was a bit stuttery. Yeah. Performance. I've not paid any attention to performance really at this stage. I'm going to come back and sort it out later. My theory is I'm going to go guns blazing on effects, make it look as good as possible, and then come back and have options to disable things, turn things down so that it runs smoother. Yeah. Oh, that campfire I really sort out as well. It's got that cold awful orange smoke. I don't know what I was thinking of that. That needs to be grey and better, a hell of a lot better. The hot embers are okay, they sort of work, but it's going to night time. That green flicker you see, because I've got a light in there that's flickering to give the ember a flickering effect, but it looks shit on that green plant. So there's things like that I need to sort out. There's loads of things I need to sort out. Oh, look at the stars. Yeah. A lot of these assets are either paid for or free. In fact, I've only created 2 or 3 assets myself. So before I release the game, I'm going to make sure that I credit everyone in the game and on my website as well. So if you want these assets, you can go and get them yourselves and use them, because yeah, they are pretty cool. So that's it. That's where I'm at the moment. Yeah, I think most of the fundamentals are in place. Yeah, look at those shadows, man. I love it. And the shadows are on ultra, being casted from those trees up there. Yeah, Unity is awesome. It really is. I mean, with no experience of Unity, I've been able to get this far in 4 months by googling my way through problems, through issues, and just by pure dedication, I guess, to getting the game done. So yeah, I think anyone can do this. I'm going to probably do a video on like how I made this in some detail, and you know, I'll show you all the tools and techniques that I use for getting this done, because you don't need to know how to code. It helps. It certainly helps if you know the basics of like a class and a function. But you don't need to go much further than that, really. There's plugins and stuff that you can buy to make, you know, visual coding easy. The music, I must give a shout out to Jackson Wallace. The music you can hear in the background is his. Jackson contacted me a few months ago to see if I needed some music, and I do, and he's making that awesome stuff. So I'm expecting some more to come through, and I'm really looking forward to adding that to the game, because that just adds a whole new dimension to it. The music, this music that you can hear, isn't for this scene. This is for another scene that comes later. So I'm really excited to hear what he's doing with like the exploration scene. I mean, this is kind of yeah. Anyway, yeah, as I say, hope you like what you're seeing. Let me know either way. I try to respond to everyone. It's easy to say that, but I do. You know, I really do appreciate people taking their time out to leave comments, whether it's positive or negative. You know, not everything's for everyone, so even the negative comments are sometimes worth reading. Sometimes they're worth just completely ignoring. But yeah, contact me on Twitter. As I say, twitter.com/ZeroZEROSIMMS, and yeah, let me know what you think. Cheers, guys. Bye.